Good day everyone, my name is Anya Omorin and I'm a member of Team Samurai for Chakra UI Chakrathon 2022.
Hi, I'm Emmanuel, a member of Team Samurai for the Chakra UI Chakrathon.
My name is Anyanwu62 and I am a member of Team Samurai for Chakra UI Chakrathon 2022.
The select component has different sizes, small, medium and large, which transcends through all the variants. We have the select component variants filled, outlined and flushed, and they have their different state variations. Then we'll move to the select drop down, which is gotten when you trigger the select. That's when you click on this main select trigger. So you have the different options, item, and they have their different states. Then we also have the options variant. We have the lined and unlined variants. Based on research and feedback from our judges, we're able to design the API documentation of our select components. And our select component is basically made up of two components. We have the select default and the option default. So we'll move to the props. The select default has different border color is disabled, variant is required, placeholder, default value, select style. And we also have different style props that you can attach in order to style the different levels of the select components, like the option styles, input label styles, trigger styles. The input label helps you to basically put a label for the select component. Now move to the option default props. We have value, icons disabled, then option item styles is used to style the option item. So now we have the select option component. This is synonymous to the option default component. So this is the default style where you just basically click on it and you see the hover. So it has the select option as its props. We have the option with left icon where you just have to pass a particular prop known as left icon to your option default component, and it basically renders this, as you can see in the code where we pass the left icon prop. We'll move to the option with right icon, which works the same way as the other. You have a right icon prop that is being passed to the option default component to render the icon. We move to the option with custom style where you can customize the option item. So this is like deviating from the normal because we set our own custom style via the prop option item style. So we gave it a background color of green and a text color of white. Next, we move to a disabled option. A disabled option will basically render, but you cannot select that option. And how this is done is basically by passing the disabled prop to the option default component. Next is the custom single select component. This is synonymous to the select default component. So this is the default style. As you can see, you can change the placeholder via the placeholder prop. This is it taking effect. You can change the variant, flushed, outlined. You can also change it to filled variant, and you can see the disparity between all of them. Then we'll move to the different props. We have select with label, where you have the label by basically passing the input label prop to the select default component, and you have it. Then you have the label styles. So you can see I was able to style the label being added via the input label style prop. Then we have the required select, which basically tells us that select is required. Then we'll move to the select with border color. You pass the border color prop to it. We have the select, a disabled select, which won't bring down any options by passing the is disabled prop. We have the invalid select. We pass the invalid prop to be select. Then we have the select with custom drop down icon. The drop down icon is different from the normal via the drop down icon prop. Then we have the error border prop, which changes the error border color when it is invalid. Then we have the focus border color. We have the placeholder icon by passing the placeholder icon prop. We have the placeholder color. This is not the same as the drop down icon color. You have to pass that separately, as you can see. Then we have the select with lined option. This is the container holding the options. Then you can see we have to pass that into the select default. Then we have the select with style trigger, So the trigger component, that's the select default, is styled via the props. Then move to the chakra infused option component. We're able to infuse chakra factory into our components, so we can easily style our option item by passing chakra UI styles or making them important to override the default styles. Then we have the chakra infused select component, which works the same way. We pass in chakra UI styles to the select components, and this was exported differently from the select default. This is select components, which is chakra UI infused.